Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. This is the last live of the night. That last live be a stretch, y'all, because my voice be tired. But I am ready. What is this? I think. Hey, Dr. Ivy Girl. I think y'all see this is from Google. Y'all can't see it. Anyway, I hope this is my password so I can get my monetization back. Y'all know they demonetized my channel because they said they sent me a password in the mail, and I'm the worst. I have to get more organized. I probably, if I had a little bit more coin, I would probably get a personal assistant who can do all my paperwork and keep up with stuff, but I gotta assist myself. I ain't at that level of funds yet. But I hope this is my password so I can get my monetization back. Yes, it is. Okay, so by the next live, I could be back monetized. And I have to stop cursing again. No, Zuda, you are by yourself. I love Andy. He's my favorite person. I would like to see him win. I don't think he will win because I don't think anyone on the cast will respect him. They don't respect him now. So I don't think they will respect his winning. I don't know. I think Andy is a good speaker, but I love Andy. I'm not over Andy. Anyway, how did the episode open, y'all? I took notes for all of my shows that I did lives on today, except for Survivor. So we got to go from the dome. Let's start with this. Saul went home. Genevieve pulled it off, and Teenie is still upset. Genevieve was like, "You want to talk about it, girl? We can go on by the water well and talk." And Teenie was like, "Yeah, I want to talk about it, but not right now. Can you wait? Can I put my shoes and socks on first, girl?" I love Teenie. Look, I think Teenie has a silent winner's edit. Before we get in too deep, I just feel like they left too many threats in the game. Because a part of me is like, why Sierra and not Sam? And I think they wanted to get some of the women out because they were scared of a women's alliance. So that's why they left Sam in, and they felt like, oh, we can always get Sam. But y'all gonna keep getting out weaker people and like, oh, we could always get, it's only so many episodes left. Like, I think y'all should have went ahead and got out Sam. I don't know why y'all didn't get out Kyle. I think Saul was a mistake. Y'all did right this week by getting out Gabe. If y'all would have got out Genevieve over Gabe, I would have been like, just throw the whole game in the trash, because what are y'all doing? But Genevieve, your ass is next. Genevieve. You better believe it. But you know, Teenie talks to Genevieve. Teenie felt betrayed. She actually took it. I would too. It is embarrassing to be the only person left out of a vote, because you got to think about it like this. If Teenie, so what, would have told Saul, y'all still have the votes to vote out Saul. Who cares? Hell, Sam ended up telling Saul anyway. So y'all could have kept Teenie in on it, and she probably would have been upset and be like, I don't want Saul to go. But who cares what Teenie wants when you already had the votes? It is embarrassing to be the only person, kind of like Sue. Oh, Sue about to be mad next week too, because she the only person that didn't vote Gabe. So I get it. And then you have to think about people's backstory. Like we heard all about Andy's backstory and how he's socially awkward. He's always picked last. He's never really had any friends. You know, Teeny, does she go by they, them? I was trying to pay attention, but maybe I didn't. Did she say she just a lesbian or is she non-binary? I know Teeny was. I'm sorry, Teeny. I just ain't take no notes on Survivor. I took notes on everything else but Survivor. But I think she was trying to say she had difficulty with her identity. So I'm thinking she might go by they, them. I don't mean no disrespect if I say it wrong, Teeny. I really don't. So when you have all of your outside of the game background compiled on how you think people are treating you within the game. Yeah, I felt Teeny when she was crying. I was like, oh, don't cry, Teeny. And I felt Genevieve too, like, I'm taking none of this is personal. This is all game. And then you be like, oh, but I ain't really mean to hurt your feelings like that, though, girl. I'm trying to win $1 million. So even Genevieve felt bad. So, it's a part of Survivor. It's $1 million on the line. It's $1 million on the line. Genevieve is in danger. Oh, let me tell you, Genevieve, you better win immunity next week because it was almost your ass this week. It was almost your ass this week. Let's get into the reward challenge first. The reward challenge, was it really a challenge? Was it really a challenge? Because Rachel, Sam, and Kyle whooped everybody's ass. Like they had already rolled three balls in the gutter before the other people was out the sand. Look, we gonna get to her edit, Zuda. But that wasn't really fair because they just whooped up on everybody's ass. They went and had some salad and whatever they had at the sanctuary. It ain't look too good. Where was the advantage at the sanctuary? That's what I was looking for. Like, who about to find an advantage? But they ain't have one. So at the sanctuary, it's discussed that the next person up, did they discuss Genevieve or was it Kyle and Gabe? I think Rachel is scared of Genevieve because Genevieve has said Rachel's name. That's why it's your ass next week, Genevieve. It is your ass. But I think they said it's Kyle or Gabe, depending on who wins. And then I think everybody was pretty much on the same page. Damn it. I forgot. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. Hey, DM Rocks. Everybody, I forgot to say hey to y'all. This is the second time Genevieve flipped a vote. Right. I think that's what really hurt Teeny is this was the second time because you done flipped it on with Keyshawn, which Keyshawn was her number one. So yeah, Genevieve can't be trusted. Yeah, you was doing too much, Genevieve, when you didn't have to. Now the T-Shawn vote, I get. I think the T-Shawn vote set Genevieve up to be in a better position in the game. But taking out Saul, that wasn't a move. But before we get into all the different who should go home and who shouldn't go home, let's get into the immunity challenge. And Jeff and his bullshit real quick. Look. Oh, wait, we forgot to talk about Sue's edit. Yes, Kyle. Sue can't stand Kyle. Who was I watching? Was I watching Q? I don't think that was. I think Rob and his podcast still did. What is it called? I don't forgot the name of their show, but it's Rob and Steven Fishback. But Rob talked about Survivor with Q, and only because it was Q, I listened because I usually only listen to Rob and Steven. And I think Q says Sue is still mad at her kindergarten teacher that stepped on her shoe. Like, you want to look at holding a grudge, look at Sue. Sue is like, I don't care. It was episode number 1. He wrote my name on a piece of paper and it's beef. It's up. I ain't never gonna forget it. And until Kyle goes home, she ain't got nothing else to do. I'm like, Sue, ain't no forgiving in Sue. Ain't no forgiving and forgetting. She said that man wrote her name on a piece of paper and she ain't forgiving. And they showed her talk about it to everybody. I think everybody on this season has heard about Kyle writing down Sue's name, and Sue is like, just give me the chance. Look, Sue, you're going to have to be the one to do it. Sue, is in your hands. Every time we have an immunity challenge, it's between you and Kyle. It's between you and Kyle. You and Kyle are always first or second. So you're going to have to take him out, Sue. You're going to have to get him to lose. Because I guarantee you, next week, Genevieve, your only hope is for Kyle to not win immunity. Because they'll send Kyle home before you. But if Kyle wins immunity next week, Genevieve, go ahead and put all that stuff in the bag. Didn't Teeny's bag catch on fire too? That's too much. Everything you got on this island is in that bag, and the bag is on fire. It's too much. I would have cried too. I'm very sensitive about my personal items. But anyway, let's get back to the challenge. Now, this is the good old, we're going to balance a whole bunch of balls on a serving platter and stand on the balance beam. We've seen it a million times. Let's get into it. But this one is, I need 4 people to sit out so y'all can get some rice. Now, it's only 9 people left. And this season is so good. I knew they weren't going to get 4 people to sit out because at any point, any person could be in danger. Like, no. I knew Sam. I don't think, who do we think would have sat out if push came to shove and 4 people had to sit out? I think the 2 people with idols would feel safe, but then we might start looking at you funny. Like, why you feel so safe to sit out, especially Sue. So Sue couldn't sit out. Rachel probably could have got away with it because Rachel could have been like, look, I've been trying to put that rice in my back pocket all season. So I'll sit out for the rice. Maybe Rachel. Maybe Sue could have convinced Caroline. Genevieve, no. Sam, no. Andy, no. I don't think they could have got to 4. Kyle and Gabe are a no. Yeah, I don't think they would have ever got to 4 people agreeing to sit out. So then Caroline said, well, look, how about 2 people give up their shots in the dark? And immediately I said, girl, don't nobody want that damn shot in the dark. Then somebody said, what if everybody give up their shot in the dark? And Jeff was like, everybody? Now let's discuss the shot in the dark. I think they would have gotten the rice with 4, but I definitely like the I don't like the alternative. Now, Zuda, who do you think the 4 would have been? Because I can't think of 4 people that would have sat out. Because I really don't think Sue would have. Caroline and Rachel would have been it. But everybody has to put in their shot in the dark. And for the most part, I tweeted, Jeff, this is not a deal. And it's not exciting. For me, and I think a lot of people on Twitter, oh, I forgot about Teeny. Teeny probably would have sat out. I don't know about Sue. Caroline probably could have convinced Sue. Okay, I get you, Zuda. See, Jeff should have pushed it. I forgot about Teeny. Teeny probably, no, well, Teeny would have sat out because, girl, he was going to lose anyway. You was going to lose anyway, Teeny. You might as well should have sat out. I don't like everybody giving up their shot in the dark for the rice because I don't feel like that's equal to 4 people sitting out. That shot in the dark is trash. I've said it since the beginning of its inception of this show that if you got to reach in your bag to pull out that shot in the dark and play it, you might as well go ahead and give Jeff your torch and let him snuff it. Because it took, how many seasons was it? It was about 8 seasons before they let somebody get it. It was about 8 seasons, but they said, okay, you can have it. And I only feel like they let somebody have it because we were on Twitter lighting it up. Like, nobody ever gets the shot in the dark. Why even play it? You ain't going to win nothing. And they finally let, was it Emily? It was somebody. Y'all know I don't like Emily. I know the black boy with the afro, he got it one time when he really needed it. But that's the only time since they've had this shot in the dark. It never works. So I wouldn't give a damn about giving. I was like, hell yeah, you can have this shot in the dark. I don't even know why Sam was hesitating. Go ahead and give up the shot in the dark. It ain't shit no way. Now, Rachel didn't have a shot in the dark. And here come Gabe doing the most. Yo, Sam, man, you don't really need that shot in the dark. You got to think your vote is more important than that shot in the dark. Because if you really want to stay the game, you should try to give your vote and try to vote somebody else and not use this shot in the dark. Shut up, Gabe. This is why your ass got voted out. Because as soon as you started campaigning, Jeff was on your ass. Because here come Sam. Well, I don't want to deny 8 people rights, so I'll do it. Yeah, it was Gabe, wasn't it? He really convinced your ass, didn't he? Gabe is real persuasive, ain't he? I'm like, see, Jeff, you can't let the last black man on the show live. I mean, damn. He was campaigning for Gabe at the challenge at Tribal Council. Yeah, Gabe is real persuasive, right? He probably could win this whole thing, can't he? Jeff does that. I don't like that Jeff picks and chooses when to add his 2 cents. Like, sometimes I feel like you should let the game be the game, Jeff. But anyway, he was on that man like the white was on that rice. He was on Gabe all episode. You should have let Sam, you should have let Gabe. If you would have let Sam be like, I ain't giving up my damn shot in the dark. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. Then Sam probably would have went home over you because everybody would have been mad at Sam because y'all ain't had no rice. You should have been sitting there shutting the fuck up. I wouldn't have said nothing. He gonna do it or he ain't gonna do it. But I ain't about to say nothing. Right. So Sam, after Gabe persuaded you, you gonna go ahead and give me your shot in the dark. He would not let Gabe live. Sam ain't had no kind of mind of his own, but whatever. Whatever. So they balanced on the balance beam, and who cares? It was down between Sue and Kyle won it. And everybody was like, damn. Kyle, you got to win out because as soon as you know, they let you slide last week for Saul. I don't know why. I don't know why they let you slide for Saul last week, but they let you slide and they ain't never letting it happen again. You have to win out. I kind of want Kyle to at least get to the 5. Is 5 the record or is 5 he would be tied for the most individual immunities? Because I would love to see Kyle. If 5 is the tie, I would like to see Kyle get to 6. But you got to win out, sir. But anyway, let's not get here too long. It's time to go back and discuss who we're getting ready to vote out. Andy is running the game. All episode, Andy is talking to everybody. You know, I really feel close to you. I really kind of want to work with you. Should we do it? Let's do it. I don't think anybody would think that we're working together. He said that to damn near everybody on the beach. Andy went to everybody on the beach. Like, you want a number 1? I'll be your number 1. I think we could work together. I would really love to work with you. He done forgave Sam's ass. Genevieve, learn from Andy. Because of all people you want revenge on, Rome. I I ain't never gonna let that go. I'm mad at you, Genevieve. I'm still mad because you were my winner pick. You were who I wanted to win, and you threw your game away for Rome. I hope Rome got a little bit of change to give you because you sure gave your game away for Rome. Whatever. But anyway, Angie, don't get upset again. Don't get upset again. Yes, Andy is running the game. Andy in them damn hammocks. Andy over there in them hammocks running the game. I love it. At first, I think Sam wanted Genevieve. I ain't take no notes. I think the only person that wanted Genevieve was Rachel. But at some point, I thought the vote had switched to Genevieve. And I'm like, y'all some damn fools. If y'all go into the final 8 at a 4-4 tie. Even though the blue team don't like each other, Sue would have voted blue to keep them numbers. But I think even Kyle threw Gabe under the bus. He was like, look, if I don't vote him, he gonna vote me. Caroline wanted I understand why Caroline wanted Gabe out because everyone thinks Caroline and Sue are Gabe's puppets. Gabe has said it. Oops, I'm throwing my pen across the room. Gabe has said it. He said, Caroline and Sue do whatever I want. They in my back pocket. If I say jump, they're going to say how high. If I say bark, they're going to go woo, woo, woo. Like Gabe said, they're going to do whatever I say. So I think I said Sue needed to snake Gabe, but Caroline did it. Somebody had to cut him because as long as Gabe is in the game, Caroline and Sue have no chance of winning. I personally think Sue has no chance of winning because she just focused on Kyle. Like her only strategy is when we get to vote out Kyle, whenever Kyle get rid of the immunity necklace, we're going to vote his ass out. But other than that, I don't care. I agree. Yes, Zuda. Gabe was very cocky. He was very cocky this episode. That's Gabe's problem. I did see on Twitter that they was like, Gabe is the definition of playing too hard. I agree. But I'm not mad at it. Like sometimes you do got to play hard. And yeah, I mean, Gabe played the only way that he could play. Maybe he could have shut up a little bit. But if Gabe could have Gabe, you should have got rid of Kyle last week. And then that opens up the door to other people winning an immunity. But as long as y'all keep Kyle, I mean, ain't nobody else going to get to wear the bat necklace. But anyway, we get down to the tribal council. Everybody talking their shit to Jeff. Even Jeff was like, Gabe, you was real persuasive today with that shot in the dark. Can we talk about how good Sierra and Saul looked walking in? I should have grabbed a picture because it was raining and it's something about being wet where it makes you look even sexier. Like Sierra, you look really good in that yellow dress. Saul he already had a good body, but he looked really good in them clothes. I'm like, all right, Saul, you better be handsome and everything. I like the jury walk-ins. I didn't really see it last week. I might have been scrolling Twitter. But I paid attention this week, and Sierra and Saul look good. Sierra, not Saul, looked like a stripper. He did a little bit of Magic Mike because he had no shirt on, but it was probably hot. It's probably hot out there. But anyway, we get into the tribal council. At least it wasn't a live tribal council. And then Jeff beats up the contestants and was like, y'all some dummies. I mean, pretty much however the vote gonna go because y'all done gave up the strategy of the shot in the dark. Y'all ain't even got a lie to each other no more because ain't nobody gonna play no shot in the dark. Y'all gave them all to me. And I'm like, Jeff, don't nobody give a damn about them shots in the dark. They don't give a damn. I damn sure don't give a damn. But here go Jeff, and he talking to everybody, and Genevieve over here crying. I kind of felt like I need mine today. I'm like, girl, you sure did. You sure did. Rachel, like, I ain't have one no way. So thank y'all for giving me some rice. Justice for Rachel in the rice. Rachel finally got her some rice. I'm happy about that because she should have been had her a pocket full of rice. But I'm happy Rachel got her some rice. At the end of the day, Gabe was voted out. The only people that voted for Genevieve was Gabe and Sue. Can Caroline smooth things over with Sue? Because it's clear that Sue didn't know. She thought Genevieve, and I thought Caroline voted for Genevieve, but she voted for Gabe. That's gonna be the test next week because I don't think Teeny has not forgiven Genevieve at all. So can Caroline smooth things over with Sue? I think as long as Kyle is still out there, Sue is still focused on Kyle. Like, hate Kyle, hate Kyle, hate Kyle. I think I think Caroline can work it out with Sue. Because Caroline hasn't snitched about Sue's idol. I think she'll work it out with Sue. Sue isn't a strategic threat. And we already seen there's a 5-person alliance getting ready to come together next week. And it's Sue, Caroline, Rachel, Andy, and Teeny. So all the strong people are out. So Sam, that's your ass. Genevieve, that's your ass. And Kyle, as soon as you lose that bat necklace, that's your ass too. As soon. So I like this final 5. In that final 5, it's going to be hard because I think Caroline, Andy, I think of that final 5, anybody could win it except for Sue. I don't think Sue has done anything strategically to talk about. I hope they can get it down to that final 5. I hope that Sue and Caroline don't need idols and they can just pull them out and be like, bitch, be like Marianne. I ain't even have to use this. I hope so. I love Survivor. Another great episode. Y'all, that's all I have. I'm about to get off of here because I've been talking for hours. That's not y'all fault. That's my fault because I forgot to do all my lives this week. But I promise to be more on time this upcoming week. It is the Thanksgiving holiday. Wait, real quick in the chat, somebody answer me. Does the challenge and Survivor come on Wednesday night? I can tell y'all right now, I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's just have a moment of honesty. If it does come on, I'm probably not gonna do the live until Sunday. Because my mom, my dad, my niece, and my nephew are coming to town Wednesday morning. And once my family is in town, I like to soak up all the family time I can get because, I live in a different state than majority of my family. Survivor will be on, but the challenge will not. Okay, so Survivor will have to wait to Sunday. Maybe, Sunday night or Sunday, because I'm hosting Thanksgiving this year. So everyone is coming to my house. So it's going to be my family and my husband's family. It's going to be a ton of people in the house. I'm just not going to have time. And when I'm not getting food prepared, I'm going to be playing spades. I can tell y'all right now, it's going to be eating in spades, and Black Friday shopping. So I'm letting you know early that I will be doing my lives, but it'll probably be a catch up on that Sunday when all the family is out of town and I have woosad from entertaining and just getting loved up on with my family, having a good time. So I will tell y'all happy Thanksgiving later because we still gonna do the lives on Sunday and Monday for the other shows. But for Survivor, it'll be after Thanksgiving. Yes, there's going to be a real Thanksgiving bash. Like, we already got our Popeyes turkey in the freezer. This weekend, I'm going to go get the things that I'm responsible for cooking. Everyone is going to bring a dish. So I'm not cooking everything, but I'm hosting. It's going to be at my house. So I got to get, and you know me, y'all, I love a theme. I got to go to Hobby Lobby this weekend and get all my decorations and tablecloths. Like, it's going to be big. I don't know how to just put food on the table. I done told everybody the color scheme they gotta wear. Me and my husband got t-shirts made. Like, when I do the party, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. So yes, I will share some of the pictures on Instagram and Twitter. I will share. I might go live with my niece or something, have a good time. But with that being said, if I don't see you into the next episode of Survivor, have a happy Thanksgiving. But if you care about the weekend and reality, you'll see me Sunday and Monday for all the reality shows. Hey Vontae, I'm about to get off of here, but that's the upcoming schedule. So I'll holler at y'all. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.